Yeah, we saw one at Heroes Con, but it was a little tiny sketch.
Here's some info on the book.
The blendings.
I'd be happy to learn
Amazing. All these pieces. And they're putting up all the information on them now, too, so we'll have to come back around and check them out.
CAF, so just pull me up and look, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got some frisettas and crinkles and,
Oh, you own a Frazetta yourself?
yeah, 4.
Oh, wow.
Nothing like that, though, nothing like that. They're like pen and inks and one's a watercolor.
That's still
That's
incredible,
still awesome.
though, yeah.
That was the very first piece of artwork I ever bought for my collection was a frisetta.
How long you been collecting artwork for?
Oh, mid-70s, around 76,
wow.
77. There was a little convention here in Orlando called Orlando Con. Jim Ivey, who was the political cartoonist for the Orlando Sentinel, he used to run it every year. But Russ Cochran would come every year, and he'd have like 2 portfolios of frisetta, pen and ink, and watercolors. And
See, I was born in the wrong time. See?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, comic art now, it's just crazy money.
Yeah.
It was much easier to get stuff back in the 70s. I mean, you could get a decent Kirby for like $50.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There was a time where sometimes they would sell art by weight. Just try to take that in. We have these 4 galleries, and then we have a for sale gallery within the Card Art Expo, but I'm not counting that one because it's for sale. It's for sale.
Hey, it's
So-
art, it counts in my book.
Anywhere between 6 to 9 galleries this year.
That's
But
awesome.
this is the real effort gallery. The Korshak collection, the collections in black, the Warwald collection. I mean, Marcus is from Switzerland, flew 14 however many hours, brought the art by hand, had some stuff that he had sort of stowed away in the U.S. with friends shipped to me. I mean, people make an incredible effort, and you know, the best collectors are the ones that want you to understand their love for their pieces because the pieces deserve it, and all of these people go way out of their way to show the art. We're calling it a collector's lounge. This is where all the trading and the sharing goes on.
I really like the.
And there'll be Saturday night, the auction will be here. There'll be 4 bartenders, open bar,
That's awesome.
open bar. We have fresh pizza this year instead of stale pizza.
Hey, there we go.
We got smash burgers and fries, and if you're lucky, pickles.
It's your lucky pickles? I do love pickles.
This is new for us this year. We created the Illustration Art Expo. IAX is part of OAX, where we get to focus on people that do book covers, all kinds of illustrated work, including like Marvel Masterpieces. Dave Palumbo, Marvel Masterpiece artist.
Oh, wow. Are those his originals? That's awesome.
Julie Bell, Marvel Masterpiece artist, and one of the finest illustrators in America in the last 50 years.
Oh, wow. Look at those.
For the most part,
Are these original Julie Bells?
by 16 to 18 by 24 is kind of my comfort.
They are, wow.
Dave, did it work out? Are you stable?
I think it's stable, yeah.
That's so awesome.
Nice.
No, I don't think so.
That one is
Good.
amazing.
Felt like there was something
Julie, did you want one at the end?
Flowers.
Would you like more?
I don't think I need it, honestly.
God bless.
Yeah.
Check.
Oh, yeah, so there's just some extra parts
Oh,
over there
yeah,
that we're
those
not
pieces.
using.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
it.
I
Here,
love
let me-
this one.
Put these with that.
That is awesome.
thanks,
That would
Dave.
look nice in the living room, right on the wall.
Upstairs to
Oh,
the
yeah.
way on this one.
So you know, you guys, I know you get some of the upper deck Marvel cards. So we start there. Julia obviously
Oh, hi, Julie.
helped create
Nice
that.
to meet you. My name's Angela. I'm a huge fan of your
Angela.
artwork. Yeah.
Nice to
Sarah,
meet you.
it's nice to
You're
meet
so
you.
Yeah.
talented.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
We're going to be here all weekend recording the event, so we're
Okay.
we'd love to get some footage of you when you're all set up on Saturday.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
great.
Yeah. Do you have time to talk a little bit today about some of the stuff you brought? We'd love to get a little
Sure,
footage
yeah,
for
yeah.
some of the
I'm
people
just,
watching.
You know, I'm all set up, and I was just going to start putting my stuff away. So yeah, good.
It was awesome getting to finally see you here, because we were here last year and you weren't
Yeah, I
here.
didn't even know about it last year. He told me about it. So David, my son, yeah. So
That's awesome. Well, you got some beautiful pieces back here. Are these for sale or are
oh
they?
yeah, that's too complicated. I can't think about it. Like something like
Exactly as you want.
that. I could probably do that in about 3 weeks.
Wow.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Really, and it's like I just don't do one painting at a time. I have many of them going at the same time. So
Oh, you do?
Like I paint
Okay.
a little here, a little there. So it's like it stretches out over longer. But it's like, you know, sometimes I'll just work like an hour on something or 5 hours on something, you know. And so I just put in different amounts of time and let it dry, and then go make lunch and
Yeah.
do something else and whatever, you know, so yeah, it's
That's
like
awesome.
that.
Where do you draw your inspiration from? Do you get inspiration from anything specific, or it just kind of comes to you? Or?
Everything, yeah, all the time. I mean, things like, I think things are like something happening that aren't, you know, like, and it makes me think of, oh, that'd be a cool painting, you know, so.
There's some stunning pieces. Do you have a favorite that you brought, or are they all your favorites?
They really are.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say, it's really like, you know, if you have 12 dogs.
Thanks,
and
Kazra.
which is your favorite?
We'll see you
know?
around.
Yeah, that's true. We
Or
have
12.
4 fur babies, so it is hard to
See what
pick
I mean?
a favorite.
Yeah, and they're all different, you
Yeah.
know, and one's a pain in some way, and you know,
Exactly.
it's like but these are all just like you love them all. So yeah, it's hard. It's really, you know, some of them have like sentimental attachment to like these are older pieces, and you know, so that's like a different kind of feeling for those.
Yeah.
You know.
How old would some of these pieces be? Are these
Well,
ones
like
you would
those
have
two
done?
are from the 90s. That's
Oh, wow.
95 and 96. Yeah.
So you have a lot of older paintings that you've held on to over the years,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
assuming. Is there anything that you have in your collection that would be from like an older like book you worked on or something that you kind of like meant more
I mean,
to
I
you that
have
you didn't
those
sell?
at home. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff that you don't sell, right? Kind of sentimental.
Well, there are things I don't sell. Actually, the ones that I won't sell are more sentimental, like things like I did a painting of David and his brother when they were little kids, you know, as that was one of my earliest fantasy paintings, you know, and so it's like I just am never going to sell that, you know, or paintings that have Boris or something like this is a painting that has Boris in it as the model, but it doesn't feel as personal to me as another one I have at home that is with Boris as the model, you know, so my whole reason for selling or not selling is kind of my own, you know, it's like a lot of personal, sentimental stuff.
Yeah. Do you prefer to do, I know you've done work on novels, do you prefer to do like novels, or is there a certain type of art for a certain like product that you enjoy more?
I really love the act of painting, just using the paint, but definitely there are subjects. You know what happens is like, I know I love to paint figure, I know I love to paint nature, I know I love to paint like all the kind of design things that go along with all this, but every once in a while I'll get a commission to paint something that's something I would never think that I would love, you know, like a building or in particular right now there's one I've got to do that has a gargoyle with buildings, and there's another one that I'm doing that has a big ship. These are like architectural things that I wouldn't really think to myself, oh, I want to paint a ship or a building. But then once I get into it and I start to understand what makes it look the way it looks and all that, then I really do fall in love with it. So it's just like, it's the act of painting that I really love. I like the texture difference, you know, with this horse that's really natural and the girl and everything, and then, you know, this weird background that's like, what is that? We don't even know. But then those snakes that are like, are dragony things, they're futuristic-y because they're chrome, but they're also coming out of the ground, so like they're part of the roots in the ground and everything. I just think it's neat to make it, whatever I feel like it happens, you know. That's one that, it's like I didn't have an art director or anything, it's just my own idea, so I can let those kind of things happen.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you did bodybuilding too, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. Did you have a love before like bodybuilding or art? Did one come first, or they were kind of together?
Oh, well, art was first, for
Okay.
sure, my whole life, and then I got into bodybuilding, I think it was like about 1983, I got into serious lifting just because I enjoyed it, and then I got into competing, and you know, it was just a fun little run to do that, and then, but I never gave it up. I just way scaled it down when I quit competing, you know, and now I combine it with things like yoga and different types of training, you know, because I really want to, I love the feeling of exercise.
Yeah.
I just really like movement and exercise, yeah.
Did that help you kind of learn more about like the body and the muscles
Yeah,
and things like that
for
when
sure.
you're painting and
Yes.
the dimensions and everything?
Absolutely,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you talking with us.
Well, sure,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
It was awesome to meet you.
Yeah, it was really great to meet you
Hope
too.
you have a
Yeah,
good weekend.
we'll be here all
around, yeah,
weekend.
the rest
Yeah,
of the weekend.
shooting some footage
Go
of
back and
everything.
forth.
So once it gets a little crazier, like tomorrow and stuff, we'll be around. I was just wondering though, you said you do commissions, right?
Sure.
So do you have like an open commission list currently, or is it something
What do you mean by that?
like if someone wanted to reach out for a commission,
Oh, yeah.
they could do
They
it?
just say, hey, will you do this? And then we agree on a price, and then that's how it works.
Awesome. Well,
It's so formal.
we're big fans of your artwork, and I didn't know you were taking commissions and
Yeah.
stuff. So I would love to
Yeah.
maybe talk to you more about that tomorrow
Absolutely.
or something.
That'd be great.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Though we'll let you
Thank
you. Have a
get
good
done with
rest of your
everything
day.
you got to
Okay,
do,
thank
and
you so
we'll be
much.
around. We definitely got to check out Dave Palumbo stuff though.
Excuse me.
Oops, sorry, sure. Yeah.
Julie?
This is insane.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, it's great to meet you.
Look at all these Dave Palumbo originals.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that little throg. That's so
How you doing,
cute.
Dave? Nice to meet you. My name's Angelo. My wife, Sarah. We'll be
Nice to
recording the
meet you.
event all weekend. Yeah, you got some awesome artwork. I'm a big fan of your Marvel cards. That Daredevil is sick.
Thanks, yeah.
That is so awesome. You got War Machine next to it. And these are all the originals you used for the cards?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, you got Throg down there.
Throg and the Black Bolt are the only two unpublished pieces here, but everything else, these were trading cards, the Constantine was for a poster, the Alien Predator stuff was Dark Horse covers, so...
That Spider-Man Green Goblin is sick. You got the Black Bolt and that Constantine.
I noticed the Alien has like a really big size difference. Did you do that preferably for like the detail of the work, or did it just kind of happen like that?
Yeah, I don't usually work as big as that, and sometimes if I'm really excited about the concept, or if there's a lot going on, I might feel like scaling it up, and that one, I think I just was so excited about the sketch, and I was like, I feel like this is gonna be really, like, we'll have a really nice presentation in person at a bigger scale.
Yeah, the detail, even just from here, looks amazing. I mean, it looks so realistic.
Thanks, yeah.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
See all the layers? This thing is huge.
Is this the first time you've displayed these pieces, or have these been displayed?
Some of them have been displayed before, and some of them...
That Predator is sick.
A lot of them,
Conan?
maybe only been displayed once.
Do you have a favorite one that's on the wall today?
I mean, it might be the big alien piece,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
That's why I asked, because I was like, I wonder if you scaled it up because you like really prefer Alien and you wanted to really get in there with the detail.
Sometimes you get really excited about an idea, and then when it comes together, it's everything you hope for. Sometimes it's like you never quite find what you were looking for. But that one, I definitely was really happy, or like start to finish. I was like, this is going to be...
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was it like working on Marvel cards? Was that like the first time you had ever done any published work for card art?
Well, I mean, I've been doing Magic cards for 17 years now. So doing like something that's going to reproduce really small like that was something that I was fairly familiar and comfortable with. But getting to work on all of the Marvel characters was new, and that was something that I grew up being really into, specifically like X-Men and Spider-Man. My mom working on a Masterpieces set. I realized after the fact that I did my Masterpieces set at the same age as she was when she did hers, which was just like a really, it made me feel like all the more kind of emotionally connected, I think, with what I was doing with them.
Do you ever have to like scale up the details and things like that for the way that it'll be like perceived on a card since it is so small?
Most of the time, so I think this is a habit I picked up from working on Magic, which, those are cards, but then it's only like half the cards. So those are like really tiny, is that I'm always doing my preliminaries. Actually, I have some that I can show here. I kind of think of it as like a proof of concept. Where the preliminaries are obviously still bigger than a trading card, but a lot smaller. And so I know, like, when I'm working small and it works, it doesn't matter how big you scale it up, it's still going to look good. So it's really kind of, if you start big and then scale it down, sometimes things get lost. But if I start with this, I know, like, the basic shapes and all of the kind of like story and movement and everything that I need to have in the card is represented here. And then I can just add as much detail into that as I want. Some of that detail might not translate scaled down into a card, but broad strokes, it's all going to be there. So.
Are these for sale?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So these are all preliminary pieces for the published stuff.
This book is mostly prelims. I think there's a couple
awesome.
pieces in here that are like these were not preliminaries for anything. These were just paintings I did as kind of like a personal project I was working on. But most of this book and a lot of my prelims are this.
Oh, the Spider-Man and Venom, that's awesome.
A lot of the prelim work I do is this black, white, red color scheme, and it's only when a client specifically asks for it usually that I'll do the
The
color
Iron Man,
studies.
classic Iron Man.
Yeah. This was for Marvel Flair. Yeah.
So that one was actually a published card.
This is the prelim for the published piece.
Card.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I used to think that color studies were kind of like, it's not going to be the same, and then I think it was on that Marvel Flair set that Marvel wanted to see color roughs beforehand, and then when I looked at the color and the finish, I was like, oh, it's actually like, it was really helpful. It really did kind of give me some space to figure things out. Normally, I'm just used to figuring it out on the finished piece, but in that case, it was just kind of like, oh, this was a good little kind of test run.
Yeah. Do you ever have to, like, speaking of test run, do you ever have to scrap anything? Like, have you ever been, like, making a card and then you're like, okay, just scrap the whole thing and start over? Or do you kind of just try to go with what you have, like, during the initial
I mean, I've
trial?
definitely had to scrap things when projects fell apart, which is always disappointing. I've developed my process in such a way that by the time, like, usually this is like the first thing that.
Oh, is that a Vampirella? Hold on, we gotta go back. Sorry, she's my favorite.
Oh,
That's
wow.
amazing.
So, like, when I'm communicating with a client, usually the first thing they see is going to be this level of finish. So at that point, if it has to get scrapped, something's gone very wrong, because I've already worked out so many problems. So going from this to a finished piece, I've kind of solved a lot of the problems that I might run into. And this is because earlier in my career, I would run into situations like I'd be halfway through a painting and realize, like, this figure actually needs to be 2 inches further over from where it is, and I need to paint it out and do that, or it's just like it's just not working. I need to come up with a new idea, and so spending a little more time on the front end ultimately, like, I think gives me a better result and saves me time when it comes to those situations. Yeah.
Are you working on any of the new Magic and Marvel cards by any chance, or?
Yeah, I think that I'm okay to acknowledge that I am. I can't probably say anything more than that, but yeah, I'm very, very excited. I've already done a bunch. I've got some waiting to do when I get back. I just got approvals on sketches, so.
I don't know how it works. I don't know if they, like, send you the cards, but do you keep, like, your actual card?
So they always send us, do I have any of these? Yes, I think I do. They always send us what's called artist proof,
Oh, okay.
where we get usually 50, but it's the card. This is painted, got a little painting on the back, but when they sent this to me, it's just plain white. So it's just basically a card that doesn't have the normal Magic logo printed on the reverse. So yeah, I've always got my set of artist proofs of the stuff
Well,
I've
and you do
worked on.
paintings on the back of all of them?
Not on all of them, but at this point, again, 17 years, I've got
A lot.
boxes of proofs, and I will be honest that a lot of cards I've worked on are, long forgotten, and nobody's coming asking for, the artist proof of some of these kind of like weird little filler cards from 15 years ago. But yeah, no, they're in my personal collection. Yeah,
pretty
it's the
cool.
first time we've ever done a show like sharing a space.
Oh,
like
really?
this,
Oh,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Really fun.
Should be a fun weekend.
You guys got an awesome setup here, though. Nice corner.
Yeah.
Are your originals for sale too?
Oh yeah, everything for the most part, except for one piece that's
The
already
Constantine?
claimed. The Black Bolt is already spoken.
Did Matt
for.
DiTullio pick that up?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I knew it. Shout out, Matt.
That one's for Matt.
I'm just wondering, what is like a piece go for, like that Constantine, for example? Because that thing is really nice.
That one's gonna be priced at $4,000.
Okay, that's
I
sick.
haven't pulled out my prices yet, but off the top of my head, I think that's what that one is.
How do you usually price a piece? Because I know it's always different, especially with the published stuff. It's always
Yeah.
about the character.
Yeah.
Or
Most of the work I do would be, starting point would be like the size, the scale of the piece. And then that might change depending on if it's been published and how it's been published. So I think the hardest one to answer would be the Magic cards, because the price of the originals of Magic is so dependent on the mechanic of the card and how popular it is in the game. So like I said, I've done a lot of filler. So I've done a lot of originals that don't sell for a price any different from a personal piece I would do or something. But every once in a while, if I do, so this piece right here was, it's not a Planeswalker card type, but it's a Planeswalker character, legendary creature, which I put it into auction. It's like some of that stuff, it's like, I don't know how to price this because the market for that is complex. and I'll just be like, I'll put this out there and let the market figure it out. So. Yeah.
They're really scary.
I love that.
She's taking commission, Sarah.
I know.
2024.
I know.
Yeah, they're really neat looking.
They had
I'll have to get more detail on that.
a series, a couple of Spider-Man, the Wolverine, and the Spider-Man.
I'm on a dragon kick, so I've been reading a bunch of novels with dragons. So I'm on a little dragon kick. So I love a dragon.
I mean, these are just incredible, like in person.
Right? Like you don't get the detail that you do, when you see things online or like in a print version. And then in person, the detail is just stunning.
And I don't want to say a number off the top of my head and realize I was mixing it up with something else.
Amazing.
Check back with me.
This one's beautiful
in a
too.
short while. I'll have that information. That's kind of
I love the monsters.
Yeah, the
creatures she
monsters
puts.
with the females is so nice.
Yes.
Those original
And then, like, the
Palumbos though are
beautiful-
sick. That Daredevil? I might need that Daredevil, Sarah.
I need that. I need this one. I need a lot of things.
Yeah. Like
I need a lot of things.
that's crazy. It's nice when someone has the resources to just.
Oh wow! I just realized. You see, like the water droplets.
I don't want it to be like. Yeah.
That's such nice detail. Like pops.
I've collected some
That Daredevil is so awesome.
The fire in the back. Yeah.
big Daredevil collections, but your
I can only imagine working at Heritage. The temptation must be like nonstop.
I tell people all
I love the texture too on paintings. Like you can see all the
all the
brush strokes and
like so. But
dimensions. It's awesome.
yeah, these again. When I started collecting, it was because of the
Wolverine.
92 Jusko cards.
Can't forget about
And it's
Throg.
like, Marvel cards have always been my kind of thing, even though I don't have a single example of it. So your Daredevil might be the first, or Constantine, because
It'd be sick to pick up like a prelim,
Yeah.
you know?
Gotta get a prelim. We're only like 2 hours in, and we're already I knew it was gonna happen. That's the thing about the show. You come here and you like see one thing, and then you want it, but you have to look because there's thousands of pieces of art, and it's so hard to pick something. And then what if we miss it? What if we don't buy it and then we miss it, and then it's gone?
Oh, wow.
Are these all your pieces?
Yes.
So your pieces are the one in the gallery back there as well.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
that's my collection.
You got an amazing collection.
Yeah, I focus on German science fiction, particularly vintage pieces. The golden age of science fiction in Germany was 1950 to the end of the 1970s. Utopia, Terra Periodon. So I have a specific niche to collect, so vintage science fiction, but I'm diluting myself a little bit into fantasy, as you can see. Yeah, so
Is that an original Frazetta?
yes.
That's an
Do you mind?
original
Can I look at
Frazetta?
that?
Yeah, you can just come in.
Oh, really? Thank you so much.
So that was Frazetta release this Dow Elements magazine, it's a trade magazine. I usually do not collect sketch art,
Yeah.
but given it looks so finished
It
and
does
so
look
beautiful,
very finished. Yeah.
That is gorgeous, wow.
It's just stunning.
How long ago would you have picked this piece up?
pardon me.
How long ago did you pick that piece up?
That actually is from last year.
Oh, wow, recent, okay. This thing is
I know.
beautiful
This
too,
is
wow.
spectacular. It's one of the earliest oil paintings.
Oh, it's
from
the creepy
Frank
cover.
Frazetta, King Kelly. And it's a creepy cover. It is also card art.
Oh, yeah, wow, look at the cards.
It's one of the earliest paintings. It's wonderful.
It's stunning in person, the reds just
Yeah.
really
Monster
pop.
coming out.
And this is also very cool. It's a painting from Earl Norn for Conan.
Oh, yeah, look at Conan. I saw it from back there, but I didn't think it was Conan. Ah, shit.
at your crib, bro. I was like, bro, whenever that storm becomes.
I love the space.
So what made you get into
Space
science
scenes.
fiction? Was that just always something that you enjoyed growing up?
I read a lot of science fiction, and when I was young, and then I started to collect books, collect magazines, and one day I went into art. So I had thousands of books, and then my wife said I have to get rid of all that old paper, and I sold all of them off, and then I got into art. Yeah.
That's amazing. Is this the first time you've displayed your collection, or have you displayed it other places?
I have had a lot of exhibitions in Europe, in Germany, in Switzerland. I had a small exhibition at Windy City Convention last year. I have one here now. Yeah, so I enjoy also having everybody look at it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for letting us back here and check it out too.
Letting us come back here. Thank you.
Original for sale.
So after you started to get into original art collecting, did you have to go and like buy back the books, since you said you had sold off the collection? Yeah. So you got into the art and then you went back. That's funny because I asked him, I was like, I wonder if he got the books first or the art first. So that's interesting to hear your story.
Yeah, and it's always good if you can show an original piece of art and the publication. So I only have published pulp covers, and this, for example, is a cover of Fantastic magazine. And it was also used for a science fiction magazine in Germany.
How did you acquire these pieces?
It's actually very difficult to find these because you usually don't find those on eBay, right? So it's detective work. So my sort of secret source is to find the relatives of the artists, because all of those artists are, they died a long time ago. Those pieces are actually 50, 60, 70 years old. Yeah. And I try to find the relatives, the sons, the daughters, the widows, and this is how I get my art.
A lot of detective work.
We changed your glass brand to it's inferior. I didn't even ask for a replay. I was like, can you still get
all watercolor.
All watercolor work.
Those are from 1960s.
Wow.
No, it's like, I asked them, I was like, did you just mess up and send me the wrong glass, or did you change your glass?
Oh, that's awesome.
I think those are. There's so many originals here. Wow, I just realized. Would it be okay if I just look at some of the stuff you have? Thank you so much. Wow, look at all these.
Oh, look at these.
Oh, the mats, yeah. I need some new card mats.
I love that.
It's all the way around like a cube, and it's basically...
Oh, and then look at all the cards.
Oh yeah, I wonder if those are like his APs, or what those are. Those are really nice. Wow. Spider-Man, Venom, and
I love all
Wolverine.
the different like shots.
Look at that Doctor Strange though. That's pretty awesome.
It needs to be dusted off, everything's filthy. I just got it up on the walls to get it out of the...
Yeah, it's got to be hard transporting some of this stuff, right?
Yeah. I won't ship it, so it's like I have to drive too.
Oh, where are you
man.
from?
North Carolina?
Oh, not too bad.
Not
Okay.
too bad. That's not too bad.
Man, that Kitty Pryde is so nice. You got MODOK. And these are all originals from the cards you've done?
Yep.
How do you decide what you're keeping and what you sell? Do you have any originals you hold on to?
It was Kitty and Storm, and I just sold them because the offer was like too good to say no to. But otherwise, it was like just, yeah. I'm not so much a character collector as I just love those paintings. And I should have kept them, but that's it.
That Spidey's insane. Very
Yeah,
cool.
usually I keep, like, if it's the best thing I've ever painted, I don't sell it until I've painted something else better. I like better.
Ooh, that's a good rule of thumb.
You got some cards here too. Are you going to be signing these or? That's pretty sick. So if you didn't come with any cards, you got them prepared. That's awesome. We'll be around once you got a little more setup. I'll get out of your way
It's
here.
the original. If that's what
It
you
is
think.
the original?
Yeah, that's the Hildebrandt. But they're doing a Hildebrandt retrospective. Yeah, it's part of the Mark Korsak collection.
Oh wow, so it is original.
That's nice. Oh yeah, so this will be his memorial. And
Greg Hildebrandt Memorial. That is insane.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's crazy. 1976.
Hildebrandt. Thing's huge.
It is. Ugh. That's nuts. Wow. A lot of crazy stuff.
I know, we just walked into one
haven't-
room and
Yeah, it's getting.
Dan Santos, Julie Bell, Dave Palumbo. Oh, and here's Miles Wool. They got all the Marvel guys here, all the Marvel cards. That's what's so awesome too. You got George Pratt.
Oh, that Harley Quinn is really nice. I don't know if we're allowed to walk back in this one.
Yeah, I don't think we can walk back
I'm not
there
walking
yet.
back in that one. I ain't getting in trouble.
So this
Day
is-
one, I'm not getting in trouble.
This is the entire
So this is the whole card
art, yeah.
Yeah, this is the whole card art gallery or expo area, I guess you could say. And then there's still the illustration art area. That's like a separate area, I believe. So I'm not sure exactly where that is, but let's go see if we can try to find that, and then we'll see some progress on the overall like expo floor, because nothing was really set up when we first came in. But I think it's been about an hour or so, so maybe there's been some progress there. And we can go check some stuff out. So we'll take a little shortcut.
Yeah, we'll be back here tomorrow though. See what everybody's got going on.